down and needed to leave that confounded animal in his care for a few hours. He blessed the morning his father had deposited him at the stable yard to do his first day's work at the age of 9, for his family needed his wages to survive. That was years ago, and now he was a strong, bulky youth with a wicked sense of humour and an eye for the girls. His secluded room above the stables behind the inn had seen more than one maiden willingly deflowered. Rose Maddiford was not amongst them, and never would be, and Ned worshipped the ground she stepped on. She came towards him now, her cheeks flushed with the exhilaration of galloping across the moor, her ebony curls rippling wildly down her back in a shining cascade from beneath the apology of a hat that sat, somewhat askew, on the top of her beautiful head. Her slanting, violet-blue eyes danced, and beneath the jacket of her riding habit, her straining breasts heaved up and down above her slender, pliable waist. Ned watched them, and his smile broadened. "Good afternoon, Ned," Rose greeted him. "How are you today?" Ned's heart beat faster. "All the better for seeing you," he answered truthfully, contemplating her willowy figure. Her slight frame made her appear taller than she was, and her halo of unruly hair gave her at least another inch. Her full red lips broke into a short laugh. "Flattery will get you nowhere with me," she chided playfully. Ned sniffed. She was certainly right there. No one had ever got so much as a harmless kiss out of Rose Maddiford. It was as if she was unaware of her tantalizing charms. She was devoted to one man alone, and that was her father. "You off to visit young Molly?" Ned asked, his chest giving a little jerk of jealousy. "Miss Molly to you," Rose grinned. "But yes, I am. So you will look after Gospel for me, won't you? There'll be 6pence in it for you, as usual." Ned grunted his displeasure. If it weren't for Rose, he wouldn't have gone near the animal for 2 guineas, let alone 6pence. Bad-tempered creature it was. At least it was the minute Rose was out of its sight. Black as the devil, and that would have been a better name for it, devil, Ned thought. As for calling it Gospel, well. When he'd questioned Rose on her strange choice, he couldn't quite fathom her explanation. It was something to do with the monster's dark coat and the religious chants that the African slaves in the American cotton fields apparently sang to ease their aching spirits. Well, Ned didn't know anything about that. He didn't even know where America and Africa were. A long way off, he knew that. But then, to Ned, so was anywhere beyond Plymouth, which he visited possibly once a year. Back along, there'd been American as well as French prisoners of war held in what was now the convict jail. So America couldn't be that far away, Ned reasoned. Americans spoke English, so America must be nearer than France, where they gabbled on in some incomprehensible language, or at least Ned imagined they did. But, to be honest, he wasn't really bothered where other countries might be. It hardly made any difference to his life, did it? He could write his own name when he put his mind to it, and that was enough for him. Except when it came to Rose. Then, and only then, did his ignorance trouble him. Apparently, she devoured books, and Ned knew she read the Tavistock Gazette each week from cover to cover. Not only did it report local news, but national and international events as well. Events Rose evidently discussed at length with her father. It was no wonder she was way out of Ned's league, and out of the league of virtually every young male in the vicinity, though plenty of them wouldn't have minded getting their hands on her virginal figure. "You can put that nag of yourn in the M box," he ordered with a disgruntled snort. "And take its tack off yourself if you wants to. I'll not go near the brute." Rose raised a teasing eyebrow as Gospel nuzzled against her shoulder. "You're not afeard, are you, Ned?" Ned flushed, but he wasn't going to let Rose's clever tongue get the better of him, so he threw his head back with a throaty laugh. "No, but the marks haven't quite faded from the last time her bit me, and I doesn't want a matching set just yet." It was Rose's turn to look abashed. "I'm really sorry about that," she said with feeling. "Of course I'll see to him myself. I'm just grateful to have somewhere safe I can leave him." And so saying, she clicked her tongue and led the infamous beast into the stable Ned had indicated, emerging a few minutes later with a heavy saddle which the youth was pleased to take from her, delighted at the opportunity to show her some gallantry.